VanLifeRocks. My name is Ray, and welcome back to the channel. Living the Van Life. Day number 1202. Living the Van Life. If you're new here, this channel is about outdoor adventures, living the van life, and travel tips. All right, let's go. I just love that drone footage. It's amazing. Love it. That little thing's, you can fly it pretty much everywhere. It's pretty fun. 44 in the house. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much for being here. You're making my day. It's been fun. It's been fun. Thank you. Again, thank you for being here. The last live stream on Sunday was an emotional live stream. It was a lot of fun to share those memories, feelings, emotions with you guys. And so thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for being here. So, whoo, 45. You guys are amazing. Let's say hello to some people so I could break this up a little bit. Starting from the top on my list, Sue, thank you very much, Sue, for being here. What's going on, my friend? Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Step Van Dan, what's going on? Sharp Heart, what's happening? Bree, thank you very much for being here. If all my moderators could please drop each other's link, thank you very much. In fact, that reminds me. Let's do a quick announcement. A shout out to Nomadic Van Man Wayne. Thank you very much for shouting out my channel today. And we just got rated from Marshall Mellow Nomadic Adventures. Thank you, my friend, for the raid. I really appreciate that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. 50 in the house. Man, you guys are starting making me nervous. So yeah. So put in the chat if you watched the movie Nomadland, put a 1 if you watched it already. If you haven't watched it yet, but you want to watch it, put a 2 in the chat. And if you have no desire to watch the movie, put a 3 in the chat, please. So yeah, I watched the movie twice. It was very good. Again, it was very emotional to watch that movie. It brought back a lot of memories. A lot of feelings, and which is good, which is really good. Part of the healing process, time, you know, it's just good. It's all good. Seeing a bunch of ones, some twos, some threes. Awesome, very cool. So again, this live stream is also inspired from the movie. I want to dive more into the van part of the movie. So in the movie, actually, let me go back to the top again. Say hello to my friends real quick. 53 in the house. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much for being here. Ava Parterfield, what's going on? Boondocking with Charlie, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? I need to watch your new video. We got Tim in the house. What's going on? What's going on, Paula? What's happening? Hello, my new friend. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Kevin in the house. Meemaw Matters. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching my videos today. I appreciate it. Prairie Life. What's going on, Karen? Thank you very much for being here. Oh, what's up, G? What's happening, my friend? Big Mike. What's going on, Big Mike? Lisa in the house. I watched your beach video. The sunset was amazing, my friend. That was a great video. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Thank you very much for being here. Dale Bruce in the house. 56 in the house. Marshall in the house. Thanks again for the raid, my friend. I appreciate that. All right. Troy in the house. What's going on? Scrolling. The RV DJ. What's going on, Sonia? What's happening? There's my new friend. What's happening? Oh, if you guys haven't seen his videos, check him out. Check him out. Scenery is amazing. The mountains are beautiful. Beautiful. What's happening, my friend? How you doing? Another beautiful week. Yeah, I just got back from the beach. So I'm living the city life right now for a few days before I hit the road again. So I could chase down America. Chasing America. What's happening? Perfect timing every time. Chasing America. What's happening, my friends? Hello from Cabo. I need some tequila. Tequila sounds good. Shirley Brown in the house. Wah, 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 wah. What's happening, my friend? How you doing? DJ in the house. What's going on, Steve? How's that arm, buddy? How's that arm? And the truck, too. How's the truck? Oop. We got Ben in the house. What's going on, Ben? There's my friend. How you doing? Southern California. Yeah, so the beach was nice. It was 70 degrees at the beach, and it's about 75 here, so it's a little bit warm. Sun's still setting. Absolutely beautiful. And it's Purple Tube in the house. What's going on? 59, 59 in the house. I'm seeing doubles. All right. Let's go down. Scrolling. All right, so I'm seeing some ones, some twos. Yeah, the movie was great. It's slow. It's a slow movie. But if you want to get a good idea of what van life is all about, yeah, it's definitely a good movie to watch. What's going on, Chris? How you doing? Right? I know it goes by so fast. I might have to do that next time. I don't know. Ron C, what's happening? What's happening, my friend? All right, so let's get to the 64 in the house. Wow. And this guy gave me some ideas today. So Solix, thank you very much, my friend. Solix inspired me to make a video, came up with an idea, and I'm gonna do it. So my first trip when I leave town, I'm gonna head to the Alabama hills, and I'm gonna try to do what he not suggested, but gave me the idea for. So look forward to that. Look forward to that. It's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a challenge, but I'm gonna do it. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? Okay. All right. Oh, there she is. Megan in the house. What's going on? All right. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for all the support. You guys sent me emails. You sent me text messages. You made comments on my videos from this last Sunday's live stream. It was awesome. So thank you very much again from the bottom of my heart. It's been cool. It's been cool to share those memories, feelings, the story. It was cool to share. So I feel a little bit of weight off my shoulders. That's kind of nice. So on this video, we're kind of gonna go almost the same way, not so sad or not so deep, but kind of like my journey going, my transition into the van. So in the movie, Nomadland, Fern, the main character in the movie, transitions into a van, and it's not your Instagram van where the rigs are $50,000 to $100,000. We're talking your normal white vans, right? The Fords, the Chevys, the Dodges of the vans, just your standard van, right? Your Class Bs, or your conversion vans, like what I have. So she kind of goes through the process. She gets a van where someone already built it out, but then when she gets it, she kind of makes it her own. So she puts her footprint or her finger on it, makes changes to her liking and her needs, and made it for her. So for me, when I started VanLife, I had a decision between either a minivan or this van, and I'll show you a picture real quick. 65 in the house. Thank you all for being here. Steve in the house. What's going on, Steve? What's happening? Blondie's Adventure. What's happening? What's going on? All right. So my van is, go to the picture, show pictures, take down the comment. Thank you all for being here. You guys are awesome. What's up, Lance? What's going on, my friend? All right. Starting from the top, all the way to the top. All right. Well, here, you guys know it. Here's base camp. It's a 2005 GMC Savannah. It was a 15-passenger van, which I converted into my home, and there was 4 rows of seating in the back. I removed all the seating, put it in a refrigerator, put it in a bed, and it was a simple build. And here's some pictures for you guys. Very early in the build. There you go. This is with all the seats removed. I removed most of the plastics and started putting in some insulation on the windows. I put my refrigerator back there. You can see one of the benches back there, and a military style cot. And so I had that van for about 6 months before I went into it full time. I wanted to test it out, try it for myself. I put a sleeping bag in the back, went to the mountains, went to the desert, went to the beach, and just kind of wanted to figure out what would work for me. Here's another view. There you go. What's nice about this van is that there is a heating and air conditioning unit in the back. So on the far left corner, you can see the rear AC heating unit, which is really nice. So if I'm driving down the road and I'm going to a destination where it's nice and cold, I'll turn on the heat in the front and in the back. Or in the summertime, vice versa. I could turn on the air conditioner, make sure it's nice and cold before I get there, close all the windows, and then get to my destination, and then, make sure that everything's nice and warm or cold inside. All right. All right, looks like I have a little bit of internet connection issues. Sorry about that, guys. All right, here's another picture of base camp. And so for the most part, I think a lot of people going into van life, budget is a #1 concern, right? So if you have $5,000, $15,000, $50,000, or $100,000 budget to get into van life or RV life or truck life, picking out a vehicle is definitely determined by that budget, right? So I was lucky to have $15,000 in savings. So when I purchased this van cost me $9,000. And after putting in solar, putting on tires, the build, the bed, the refrigerator, all that stuff, came about almost $13,000, $14,000. So under budget, so that was nice. But I needed some more stuff, right? I needed some more hiking gear and all that fun stuff. So I decided to start selling some more stuff, downsizing, right? So let me show you some pictures real quick. 61 in the house. Thank you all for being here. So I made 3 lists. The first list was stuff I wanted to sell so I could fund my travels, my gear, my van. The second thing was a pile that I wanted to donate, and then another pile was stuff I wanted to give to friends and family. So that's how I downsized, so I could live in a van and in a storage unit as well. So I went like on Craigslist. I went on OfferUp and started getting rid of some of my stuff. Here's some of the stuff that I had. I had a TV, a 55-inch TV, refrigerator, washer and dryer, speakers, lamps, all the stuff I didn't need anymore for van life. Office, tables, chairs, beds, desks, all kinds of stuff. Sold my motorcycle to fund, everything that I wanted to do. All right, let's say hello to a few people real quick. Thank you all for being here. Kathleen Klein, what's happening? How are you doing? Van Life Voyages, what's happening, my friends? How you guys doing? All right, scrolling. I don't think I missed anybody. I don't think. If I did, I do apologize. Thank you for being here. All right, so I had a choice early on. What kind of vehicle did I want to live in? I knew I wanted a van, so I had a choice between a minivan and a large van like I have here. But I knew I wanted to be a boondocker, so a full-time boondocker, that is, and to be able to carry a motorcycle in the back of my van. So minivan would have been too small. So I decided to buy a 15-passenger van, and the reason for that is I live in Southern California in a commuter town where people drive into San Diego, drive into LA, Riverside, Orange County into work. So these commuter vans are all over the place. So for me, stealth was huge. Living in a city, working at work 5 days a week, having 2-day weekends to go on my trips. Having a stealth van for me was huge. So these commuter passenger vans are all over the place here in the city where I live. So to be able to blend in to school buses or commuter vans or church buses is very easy, very, very easy. So I decided to purchase this van, a 15-passenger van. That way it could be stealth. So that was huge. That was huge. All right. 61 in the house. All right. So this van was used. It had 82,000 miles on it. It was a U-Haul truck from Hawaii. Somehow it got shipped to California. I purchased it here in California for $9,000 4.5 years ago. So I got a good deal on it. It had a brand new paint job. As soon as I walked up to the van, it smelled like paint. So it had a really nice paint job. It had a little bit of issue of rust underneath the vehicle, but it wasn't too bad. It was more of a surface rust on the frame of the vehicle, of the van. So it wasn't too bad. So I decided to buy it. And yeah, so stealth was a big concern. I mean, I needed to be stealth. So I decided to get the flexible solar panels. Decided to use industrial strength Velcro to hold them down. That way you could barely see it. I mean, if you're standing right next to my van, you could not see the solar panels. Let me show you some more pictures of the van real quick. Thank you all for being here. 63 in the house. There we go. This is a view from the side of the street. You can barely see a rack. So I added the solar panels. There's 5 solar panels on top of my van, so 500 watts. But I also added a roof rack. So you can see a small bar there of a roof rack just to give that extra concealment on the solar panels. But my dream was to have a van like this. Super decked out, out of control, just a beast of a van. But, unfortunately, maybe down the line, but I had to settle for more stealth. So stealth for me is huge here, especially in Southern California, where the parking restrictions are tight. I didn't want people calling the police and saying, hey, there's a weird van parked outside my van or outside the street. So I needed something that was stealth. So that was huge for me. And it also helps out when I'm boondocking. So if there's an area where the back roads are full of snow, like it was in Bryce Canyon, all the boondocking areas was covered with snow, so I actually stealth camp next to a hotel, 30 feet from a hotel. So I was able to camp right there. It was nice. I had no issues. And I've never had a knock on my van. So I've had a couple police officers pull up next to me and ask me what I was doing, but I was sitting in the passenger seat. It never got to the point where I was, I woke up from having that knock on the window. So yeah, I felt like I've made a good choice on this van. If I also do it all over again, I would buy a van just like this, same model, same same style of a passenger van. I have the same van, but newer. This is 2005. It does has its issues here and there, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about breakdowns here pretty soon. But yeah, so I would just buy a newer van, something that has maybe 20,000 miles, and you can find those very easily. Places like Rent-A-Car, like Hearst, Rent-A-Car places usually will sell their vans for a fairly good price. You can probably get a used van like this for $20,000 with 25,000 miles on it, which is pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so my van is a stealth van. It's a boondocking van. I'm able to go out there, spend weeks out there, and it's nice. It's really, really nice. But it's also a bug out van. Living out here in Southern California, earthquakes, riots, whatever, but mainly earthquakes. It's been a while since we've had, knock on wood, since we had a major earthquake here in Southern California or in California. And if there was ever an earthquake, I could just in my van go somewhere else if I need to. Not only that, it's be safe in a van, right? If there's an earthquake, all you get is just gonna be the rocking, right? And people are gonna think that something's happened inside the van. But yeah, so a bug out van is nice because you never know. If you're living in Florida, if you're living in Texas, wherever, there's natural disasters could happen: hurricanes, tornadoes, bad weather, earthquakes. You never know. So having a bug out van, it was important to me. Something I can dodge out, get out of town, head out if I needed to in case of emergency. Pandemics. This having this van during this time to be able to get out in the middle of nowhere away from people is really nice. It's been working out pretty well. There'll be times where I'm out boondocking for a week or 2 weeks and I come back into town. I'm like, oh yeah, we're in the middle of a pandemic. I got to put my mask on, right? So here, let me show you some more pictures real quick. Here's a dream shot. Look at this rig here. Bam. I was at Saguaro National Park. I took a look at that rig, and that thing looks nice. And how about this one? Now, this one is my ultimate dream vehicle. Check this out. Tesla truck with solar panels. What? Oh yeah, that is sick. Coming soon to VanLifeRocks. I don't know. That's a big budget right there. So my van is pretty unique. Before getting into van life, that I watched thousands of videos, thousands of YouTube videos. But I took some ideas here and there, but it is my own trial and error. I'm always testing things I haven't seen on YouTube before, and I'm going to share some of those things with you guys right now. Thank you all for being here. 65 in the house. You guys are amazing. Let's see if anyone's coming through the door real quick before I show you what makes my van unique from a lot of vans. Paper Bag Nomad, what's going on, my friend? What's happening? Sherry in the house, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? What's up, my friend? How you doing? Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. Lance in the house. What's going on, Red? What's happening? What's going on, Matt? What's happening, my friend? Let's see. I'm scrolling up to see if I see anybody come in. V in the house. What's going on? Yeah, so I spent 5 days at the beach. It was really nice. And my original plan was only to stay 2 days there. I was supposed to stay there just Friday and Saturday night. End up staying 5 nights. So awesome. Awesome. All right. Scrolling. See if anyone came in. Looks good. If I missed you, thank you very much for being here. I need to slow down. Shannon Craft, how you doing, my friend? Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. All right, so what makes my van different from a lot of vans on YouTube and on the road, really? Things I haven't seen before. Small things like lights. So underneath my van, I have some undercarriage lights. They're the amber color. So if I'm boondocking and I can flip on those lights and I could walk around my vehicle at night, and the amber lights tend not to attract mosquitoes. So the amber color lights is definitely a must, something I recommend having. But I also placed lights on top of my van. So these lights on the top here are 2 magnetic LED motion detector lights. And I place magnets on the back of these lights so I can stick them anywhere on my van. And I can move them anywhere I want. And I think I have about 5 of these lights, which looks pretty cool. So this picture here, there's 2 on this side, on the passenger side. There's 1 up front, and then there's 2 on the other side, lighting up the rocks, the cactus, and the scenery all the way around the van. So that's really nice. Really nice to have when you're boondocking. All right, another thing that makes my van unique is my window screens. And my window screens here are permanent. Not permanent, but they're placed there most of the time. I would say actually all the time, except for when my son's in the passenger seat. So if my son's in the passenger seat, I take the screen down, and I can roll down the window. Keeps the flies, the mosquitoes out of my van, but it's nice to have that breeze. So at night, if I'm boondocking out in the middle of nowhere, I could have that window down all the way down. I have no issues with bugs, flies, mosquitoes, scorpions, coyotes from coming inside the van. So this is the look on the inside. It's the screens are held up by these magnets all the way around the door. So I just got a screen, simply cut around to make the shape of the door, the window, and place magnets. And I can close the door, open the door with no issue. Something I haven't seen on any van. So all my windows in my van, except for my passenger or my driver window, has screens. But I do have a screen for that. So when I am boondocking, I can place a screen on my passenger door. All right, 1 second, real quick. Looks like I am breaking up. So sorry for the connection. I'm trying my best. I got the WeBoost on, and it's working, and it's plugged in. I don't know. So I do apologize if there's any breakups in the connection. All right. What's happening, my friend? How you doing? Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. All right. So back to some of the other things that's very unique to my van is I don't have any cabinets or drawers in my van. And what I do have are these pocket shoe holder organizers. Here you go. This is very early in the build, so both sides of my van are on both sides of the van. I have pocket holder organizers on both sides of the van. So when I have stuff in it, it looks like this. So all my stuff, whether it's water, toothbrush, cups, toothpaste, pee bottles, anything, holds all my gear, my equipment, whatever I need inside the van. So it's nice, especially on dirt roads. When I'm driving on dirt roads, I could hardly hear anything. If I did have cabinets and drawers, you would hear everything bouncing around, rattling around. So these things here are super lightweight, very easy to get to, super organized, and super convenient as well. So I highly recommend it. These are shoe holder organizers, whatever you want to call it. Another thing that's unique to my van are these hooks. I have hooks lined both sides of my van, so if I need to tie down my kayak, and yes, I can actually place a kayak on the inside of my van. I also use red lights for LEDs, which is also unique as well. All right, so when I'm boondocking, let me take this down real quick. 63 in the house. We're at 5:40. So if you guys have any questions real quick, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. In the comment section, I'll answer them for you guys. I appreciate it. And this is the video that you guys haven't seen yet. And I'm actually in a really bad habit of making videos, posting them, but not making it public for whatever reason. So this is my van here at the Alabama Hills. I have off-road tires. I have the Goodyear Wrangler DuraTrack tires. They're an off-road tire that a lot of the Jeep guys use on their vehicles. I have a Wii Boost system there on top, and then there's a view of my solar panels. So yeah, this van is heavily influenced for boondocking. I absolutely love getting out in nature, getting away from the crowds, getting out in the middle of nowhere where no one's around for 1 to 5 to 10 miles away. So it's kind of nice. All right. Let's see if anyone came in through the door. Let me say hello. There's 66 in the house. Right after this, we're going to do a raid on Paula Van Vita Travels at 6 p.m. Pacific. And right after that, we're going to do a raid VanLife with Gina after that. All right. What time is it? Cutting it close. Cutting it close. All right. DJ in the house. Steve in the house. We're going to answer these questions for you guys in a minute. I'm going to bring up Megan here in a minute to help answer these questions for you guys. Ava Parterfield in the house. What's happening? Let me take this down real quick. Here's another thing that's very unique to my van.
My barn doors open. That usually means I'm in a good place. Boondocking, somewhere where I could open the doors, enjoy the weather, get outside, and get outside my van. While I'm boondocking, I usually place 2 black curtains up by the doors, which hangs from the rain guards on top of the van. And this blocks down the wind and gives me privacy from the elements outside. On the door on the far left side, I have a 4-inch shelf that is screwed into a 2x4, which is screwed into the frame of the door. And on that 2x4, I have 8 hooks, a bottle opener, and on top of the shelf there, I have a magnetic mount for my cell phone. The footwell of the barn doors, this is an area I usually call the mud room. So if I'm hiking, I could place my hiking boots here. That way I'm not tracking in dirt into the van. If I'm in the snow, I could put my snow boots here. That way they could dry and I'm not tracking in water into the van. I also use this area to store items while I'm moving. But this shelf is very convenient. When I'm boondocking, I'm able to hang my hiking backpack onto this door with my trekking poles. If I'm in the snow, I can come in, I could hang my wet gloves and my wet socks on this area and allow it to dry. And if I'm coming in from the gym, I could hang my gym shorts and tank tops and my towel on this door. That way they could hang and dry. But it's a very convenient. If I'm eating food, I could place food here and drinks. If I am taking a shower, I can use this area as a shower, and I'm going to show you that later.
Add the stream right there. Okay. See, there's the military cot. And on the inside, another thing that's unique to my van is I have soundproofing panels on the windows. So that helps with sound. So when I'm living in the city, I don't hear that. It kind of helps with the sound of cars passing by, sirens, helicopters, other cars or whatever. So that's nice. My bed also heated. So I have a heated bed. Yeah, so check out that video. I have a video on that. Yeah. All right, so I'm running out of time. It's already 5:45, so I'm gonna get Megan up here pretty soon. Let me remove these from the window real quick. Thank you all for being here. There's 60 in the house. Remove that. Okay, gotcha. All right, so let me answer some of these questions here for you guys, see what I have for you. Scrolling up from the top, Kathleen Klein says, how often do I wash in the van? Wait, yeah, how often do I wash in the van? Kathleen Klein asks. I would say every 4 days. I do need to make a video on that. It's something that the astronauts use on the International Space Station. It's something that they use on the space shuttle, and I'll have to make a video on that. It'll be my shower video. What's the disadvantage? So Chris asked, what's the disadvantages of having windows all over the van? What's the disadvantage? I don't know. For me personally, I don't have, because so on my passenger side, on the observation window, I could actually take that window down so I could be in bed and have a view outside. So at any time I can remove these window coverings, so blocking up the view is not an issue. I'm also thinking about, well, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that one. I don't know of a disadvantage of having windows. I see a lot of advantages of having the windows all the way around. People don't know if there's someone inside it. Usually the vans that have paneling throughout the whole thing, they might think of it as like a tool truck. Let's see, what else? 63 in the house. So Ron C asked, where am I going to next? I'm going to the Alabama Hills here pretty soon. I definitely want to go there with the drone. So I want to shoot some footage with the van actually moving, right? Actually doing a little bit of off-roading, a little bit of rock climbing, not too much, right? So I definitely want to do some drone footage of the van while it's in motion, and I want to do it at the Alabama Hills. What better place? What better place? Do I wish? Good question. Going Green Mom or DJ asked if I built. Do I wish that I built a kitchen inside my van? No, but I did work on something. It's a great question, DJ. I've been working on a cook station. It's halfway done. It's not finished all the way, but I'm gonna show you guys that right now. So I'm gonna move the camera right now. It is 5:48. Let me hurry up real quick. So on my passenger side, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it. All right, so I built a portable kitchen station, which is, oh my goodness. It is 2 cutting boards with 3 pieces of 2x4, making a stand, like a shelf, right? Do you see that? It's hard to see. I'm going backwards. Help me. And when I'm not cooking, I have my stove camp, my single burner propane stove on the inside. And when I'm ready to cook, bam, I can start cooking on my passenger seat. And I can move that cooking station. I can cook there. I can roll down the passenger window, start cooking on my passenger seat, or I can move that cooking station to cook right next to the barn doors outside. All right, 61 in the house. In a few minutes, we'll be rating Paula from Van Vita Travels. And scrolling. Let's see if there's any more questions. Fit for Exploration asked if it was a 3500. Yes, it's a 1-ton GMC Savannah 3500. So it's a V8 6-liter engine. It's a beast. I get about 16 miles per gallon on the highway, 10 miles on the street. So it's yeah, it's a beast. All right. So what else? See if there's any more questions. Okay, perfect. Steve from Desert Adventures in Arizona asked if I ever broke down while boondocking? And the answer is, knock on wood, no. Every time I broke down, I was in city. I was in town. I was, for some reason, at Costco. Every time I go to Costco, not every time, a couple of times when I went to Costco, I broke down. Water heater broke. What was my other issues? One morning when I was stealth camping in the city, I woke up to a dead battery. What was the other one? Water heater or water pump? I don't remember the other one. But yeah, breakdowns is something to consider in van life. So I have AAA that helps with towing. So luckily, when I'm boondocking, nothing's happened so far. But I am a member to the Southern California Off-Road Group, or Southern California Off-Road Recovery Group, and they're a Facebook group that I'm a part of. If I'm stuck out in the middle of nowhere, I could make a comment and I can get like 10 guys within, I don't know, a couple hours to come help me out. So that's really cool. All right. What time is it? A few more minutes. Thank you for all my moderators. If all my moderators could please drop each other's links, I appreciate that. In a few minutes, we'll be rating Van Vita Travels Paula here pretty soon at 6 p.m. Pacific. I am knocking on wood. This is actually a wood lap desk. Let's see. Let's see who else ask any more questions. Let's see. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Scrolling. What's the favorite part about my van? Freedom. One word. Ultimate freedom. I can go wherever I want. The beach, the mountains, the deserts. Freedom from all the bills of everyday life. Freedom from you just getting out in nature and exploring. So freedom is the number one thing. Absolutely. Yes, my van is paid off. I paid cash for my van. I had a budget of $15,000. Got it for $9,000. I'm scrolling up. I'm scrolling. See if there's any more questions. Okay, there's a link for the movie. So if you guys haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend it, especially if you guys are in this community. It's a movie for our community. It supports what we do on the road, and it's a positive message too. It's a positive message. All right, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'll make a video in the back one of these days. I'll do that. What city do I live in? I live in Southern California. Oh, wait, that's for Nomadic. Okay, never mind. I'm in Southern California in Riverside County, so I'm 2 miles from everywhere, it seems like. Scrolling up. Let's see if there's any more questions. What time is it? We got about 6 more minutes. Emergency money. Yeah, so I have $3,000 worth of emergency money. So if I ever have an issue on the road, I have a $3,000 budget that I don't touch at all. So it's there just in case I break down, something happens to the van. I could use that money to get into a new van. And that's another thing about this van. It's such a simple build that if I was ever in a car accident or this van was stolen for whatever reason, I could always get into another van quite easily. And it's a simple build, right? It's a military cot with a refrigerator, with solar panels, and that's pretty much it. And a lot of the stuff in my storage unit I have backups of. I have a backup military cot. I have an extra solar panel that I haven't used yet. So there's these things can be replaced. How big is my kayak? Solix asks. Solix, my kayak is a 10-foot kayak. I do have a kayak video early on in the my van playlist. It's a 10-foot kayak. It goes in on the passenger side of the van, and it fits very easily. I could put the kayak inside my van within 6 seconds. Yeah, it's that easy. All right, scrolling. Carrie Joe asked if I have a day job. Right now, I am not working. I am, because of the pandemic, I am unemployed. So in March and April, I lost 2 jobs. I was working at a restaurant, and I was also working for a production company, making videos. Let's see. Do I worry about anyone breaking into my windows? I would be worried about them. If it happens, it happens. So that's part of the emergency money, right? So if someone broke one of my windows, again, I don't keep a lot of my valuables inside the van. I keep it at my storage unit. But if I was sleeping in my van is a very aggressive van. If you saw my van, it's one of those vans where you just don't kind of want to mess with. I've been parking in the same place for the last 3.5 years in the city when I'm in town, and I had 0 issues. See what else. 59 in the house. Thank you all for being here. Let me say hello real quick. If my moderators could please drop a link to Paulo's Van Vitas Travels. I really appreciate it. Sorry if I missed your guys' questions. Thanks again to Marshall for the raid. Marshall from Nomadic Adventures, Mellow Nomadic Adventures. Appreciate that for the raid. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. All right, guys. So again, thank you to all my moderators. Thank you all for the support over the last week. You guys sent me emails. You sent me text messages. You said you made comments on my videos. And I rewatched my live stream, and I watched every single comment on my live stream. So I always rewatch my videos, and I'm going to go back and read every single comment that you guys made. So don't feel like I've missed out on your comments. So your comments on these live streams are very valuable to me. All right, so we have 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and click that link. There's the link for Paula Van Vita Travel. She goes live in 2 minutes. Thank you guys all for being here. Much love. Until next time, Van Life rocks.